Where are my peeps? Where are my people? Gonna be like, okay, it was. I thought it was the next Wednesday. I didn't know it was today. Hey, Will. What's going on, T-Love? Hello. How y'all doing tonight? I probably shouldn't put so much of this in it. I don't want to do it. What's up? Are y'all the only ones? Oh my goodness. Come on, people. Oh. Oh, you hung out with little Max. Little boo-boo. I've been good. I've been good. I don't know if you saw my video from Monday, so that will kind of explain where my head is. But at any rate, you know what? Hopefully more people will come in. I'm not going to keep my guest. I'm going to send him the link right now. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully more people will come through. Okay, and hold on, y'all. Bear with me. You send him another link. He will join in. Okay. Let me back in here. Okay. Oh, you did watch it? Okay. I'm glad you did. I just, yeah, I've been okay though. Just, you know, the food has been a bit of a challenge, but I think I'm trying to make it work. Hey, what's up, Red? Hey, there's Feed Me in the chat. I just sent you the link. Sarah Barrington Evans, how are you? Good evening from the UK. I've got to get my questions ready, up and running. Hey, Drew, how are you doing? My shirt says, Fox, I give none. There you go. Okay. You know what? Feed Me, don't hate me. I sent you the link through Instagram, but I know you're probably going to tell me I could have did it right here, but I don't want to ruin. Hold on 1 second. Oh, no, that's trying to, I don't want to put you in no timeout. Let's stop. Let's not do anything. Oh my God. Okay, I don't want to remove from the stream, but I want to, how do I get rid of that? Okay, great. T-Love, what are you laughing at my lack of technical ability? Oh my God. Okay, so you guys, I won't tell what I have until he comes on. I hope you got the link. How are you guys doing tonight? Here he comes. There he is. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know him, and even if you don't, you're gonna love him. Welcome to Chow with Shoes. Feed Me, Don't Tease Me from Chicago, Illinois. Yes.
Thank you for
With the
having me on.
with that boo kitty, I forgot. You know what? So I forgot your kitty's name.
Luffy.
Look at little Luffy. Luffy is always
Yeah,
ready.
yeah.
Luffy
He's
is
always in the
always,
mix. Always in the mix.
oh my
He
god.
he shows up mostly for the treats though. That's really all he likes me for. Is like I feed him snacks and he's just my best friend. But if I don't have snacks, he doesn't want nothing to do with me.
So here's my thing. I'm not a big cat person because I get allergic, but I have a feeling
Oh,
that that cat would love me. I think we would fall in love with each other. He is so
yeah,
friendly. He seems
yeah.
like so.
He's a whore. Like anybody who walks in, he's like all over them in their lap saying hello, like touch me, pet me, love me. Like, and most cats aren't like that, but he is like he's all
Right,
about that action. Yeah. So yeah,
right.
everybody who meets him loves him.
Okay, well, everybody, like, if you thank you guys for popping through. Hit the like button or whatever if you're watching it from YouTube. If you have any questions, put them in, and me and him. You know what? Major question. What do I call you?
T. My name is Torrance. I go by T. Most of my friends call me T since like high school. If you want to make it like YouTube relevant, maybe call me Tease. So, um,
Well, see, I was calling you Feed Teaser because I didn't know for a long time what to call you. I'm a T person too. My name is
yeah,
Troy, but it's so funny because when I order from Starbucks,
yeah.
they say name, and I always tell them T.
Nice, nice. Double T's in the building.
Okay, so you know what? What do you have? I want to see what meal you got going on.
Okay, so I got a pretty basic meal. This is one of
Okay.
my clean eating kind of trips, I guess you could say. So I have let me get back settled again. I have some broiled salmon, some like stir fried sweet potatoes and vegetables. And then to top it, I'm gonna add some sriracha.
Nice.
Make it
Okay.
spicy. Make it spicy. How about you,
Nice.
sir?
Uh, I don't know if you saw my video from Monday, but I am trying to get back to some kind of healthier eating.
Nice.
So today I have chicken breast here, uh,
Nice.
spinach with minced garlic and Parmesan cheese, and here
Good.
this is not that healthy, but Melba toast with chicken salad, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw little sun-dried tomato pesto on top.
Okay. Oh,
And
that's a good balanced meal.
and a salad.
And a salad. Nice. That's really balanced. So you're definitely on your way to making some healthier strides. That's good.
But this is the drink. It is lemon water with honey.
Mm.
I don't do that usually. I
Like
don't do it.
I mostly drink water or liquor. So like it's either or. And so yeah, I got water on the side, and I got a bottle of tequila to take some shots. If we wanted to take some shots. Um,
You can take if you're enjoying yourself, you can take as many shots as you like. I don't have any liquor here, but the people are liking both of our meals, and I want to just if you guys have any questions for T, throw them in there, and between the both of us, we'll try to look at the comments. But right now, T, I want for us to do a thumbnail shot, or like put your food to the screen, and let's get a little smile action going.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. And Luffy can
Yeah,
get to look at Luffy.
yeah. I'll bring the phone in a little closer this time. Let's try to get Luffy. Come on, Luffy, get up. There he is. He's kind of in there.
All
You
right,
got
that's
one?
cool.
Yeah.
That's
All
cool.
right.
Okay, I want to. In the past, I feel like I've just kind of jumped into questions. Let's have
Hmm.
some eating. Let's have some eating moments. You and I both.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna take my shot. So cheers to you. Thank you for having me on. If you all could be sure to hit that like button and share and
Thank you.
stream out to everybody. So
Thank you for being.
cheers, bro.
Thank you for being on. I really appreciate it. I get nervous sometimes because there've been a couple of cancellations. Um,
I anytime I say I'll do something, I make sure I damn near like I stick to it. Like I might be 5 minutes late, but I'm gonna do it. Like,
you were good. You were good. I was like, okay, good. He is still in.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
for sure.
okay, thank you, you guys. Um, I'm loving my salad. I'll probably wind up putting some more of this ginger and sesame dressing on it. But okay, so we already got clear. What do I
Mm.
call you?
Hmm.
How old are you?
31. I'll be 32 in June. In June.
You look 21, my friend. You look 21.
Yeah.
You're doing something right. So when you say, I mean, have you been? I can't imagine you've been. Well, you can eat pretty much anything and get away with it. But had you? Do you feel like you hadn't been doing any clean eating?
Um, I have phases where like as I got more into ASMR, I started to eat more and more sweets. And so like this last summer, like I say I got fluffy. Like I went from like 170 like two-ish, 174, 172 up to like 187. And so and that was over like just like 2 months, like I got like I had handles and everything. Like I was essentially fluffy, especially in comparison to like how I was like prior to COVID, I was running like 20 miles a week and doing obstacle races like every 2 or 3 months. So I always had something to train for. And then last year, darn near every event that I had scheduled canceled. And so I didn't have anything to train for anymore. And then I normally run on treadmills and only outside for the actual events, right? I ended up having a foot injury, and so that kind of like limited my running. So
Mm.
I went from very fit to kind of fit to fluffy, but I still work out type of thing. So that's where I like round out. So like from like August or September or so, I started to kind of like get back to my cleaner eating habits because I used to eat, I call it like a 70-30 split or 60-40, where most of my meals are pescatarian. So it's like fish based, plant based, veggie based. And then, weekends or every now and then I might splurge and have some chicken or some burgers or something like that and some ice cream, but not all the time. Like I'm actually salivating as I said chicken, burgers, and ice cream. Like it's crazy.
You're
Um,
not alone.
so I'm
You're
like,
not alone. I just feel like I've had to, in my video from Monday, I just felt like I was spending more money buying the food and the meals and ordering the food and door dashing the food to create the content.
yeah.
I was, making money from the content.
Oh, for
And
sure.
so
For sure.
for yeah, for me, it was just like, okay, and I'm putting on all this weight, more weight.
Hmm.
So I said, you know what? You've got to make this change yourself. And it's going to be, slow out the gate, but,
Right.
at least I'm doing something. Lord knows I would have had something else other than this, but I do love it. I'm going to get in the comments real quick. So Eater with Red is like, wow, T, you look great for 32. Hey guys. Hey Matt, what's going
Thank you.
on? Chew's been watching you since Daz. Thank you, Rascal Flats. Okay. So Um, were you born and raised in Chicago?
um, Born and raised in Dayton, Ohio. I moved to Chicago back in 2012. So for all intents and purposes, I'm a Chicago resident because I've been here for so long at this point.
Okay. What do you like about living here? What do you like about living here? And is there anything you dislike about living here?
Oh, I dislike the taxes, the expenses, the tax on tax, everything about the cost, right? Like I mean, I can afford to live here just fine or whatever, but like it was a big it was a big shock in terms of my cost of living from there to here. Like I had a two-bedroom apartment back then in
Hmm.
Ohio. My rent was like $500. I moved to Chicago and I had like a one bedroom that was like half the size for like 950. So it was a very drastic change between the two. Like it made me start to realize how important like budgeting is, right?
Hmm.
Because in Ohio, I had a decent job, but like my cost of living was so low that like I didn't realize how good I had it, like. And then I moved to Chicago for like a slight pay raise, and I was like, dang, like I got to pay twice as much for something half the size, like it was a real eye opener to how like different like the world is. So yeah.
Well, if the taxes are the only thing you dislike about Chicago, that's pretty decent. I think that's pretty good.
I mean, parking tickets too. Like I've gotten a few of those, but yeah, mostly just the taxes. How about
What's up,
you?
Cassidy? What's up? How are you? Thank you for popping through. Um, let's see. I'm gonna have you. So talk about your meal a little bit. Anything, any way that you prepared it, like.
So it's basically simple, clean eating. So like I have salmon that I broiled in the oven. So I broil it on low. I season each side of it, and I
What
like
seasoning
put
did
olive.
you use?
So I use a red pepper, a garlic herb, and I feel like I may have used a honey sriracha. Um,
Mm.
two of those are like no salt, no sodium, and the honey sriracha one that has some salt in it. Um, so I try to do most of my eating with like low sodium too if I can. But like if I ever dine out like I did yesterday, having that Wendy's, oh my God, that Wendy's breakfast sandwich was so good. Like I just discovered that they had a breakfast baconator, and if you haven't had it, man, like you really gotta try that thing. Like it, like
I
I'm
never had it
salivating
with breakfast
again,
at
like
all.
thinking of it.
I never had it with breakfast at all. But eat up. I want you to eat up. Enjoy that food, and you know what? If you can, I don't know what your setup is like. Why don't you? Can you give us one of those close-ups that you're famous for?
Oh,
Are you able to do
um,
that now or no?
so I typically do the close-ups on my camera, but this is like my cell phone. So I don't have a light on either. Like I typically have a light as well in the back, but let me see if I can turn this on real quick.
We're not asking for perfection, just
Oh yeah,
spontaneity.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I would normally have like, the light is like super bright, a light on behind me somewhere, um, and then I would get up on the camera with my microphone, although I'm not using the mic. So here's my mic right here. Can you see
Hmm.
it all right? So my mic would probably be about this close to me, even though it's not in frame. Like it'll be like 6 inches from my face, maybe a bit further out. Like that would be how the mic would look.
Okay.
And I would essentially just have, whatever I'm dining on. I typically eat with my hands in the close-ups,
Yeah.
and and
I'm gonna
so I.
I'm gonna ask you more about that later, but I was just really looking for a fork full of something to do a close up. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good enough. That's good.
Mhm.
You guys, if you all are not subscribed to him, first of all, what's the problem? Number two, um, this is that's only a teaser, if you will, if I may, of what he offers, and we'll get into that in a little bit. That's so flats. It says, "Is Chicago better to live in than New York City?" I've never lived in New York. Or
Chicago is more affordable than New York, and it's more clean than New York. Like if you go to New York and like there's like they don't really have alleys over there. Like Chicago has alleys where your
Right.
dumpsters and stuff are in like the back of the house. And in New York, your trash is on the front of the street where everybody's walking, you know. So, you know, there's like New York is nice, but it loses some of that appeal because of how like you just smell the trash everywhere, you know, like it's not the best. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, like it is a nice place to visit and go to every now and then. But it's pretty pricey for what it is. Like how I had that like culture shock of and sticker shock of going from a 2 bedroom, 1,000 square feet to a 1 bedroom, you know, 600 square feet, and almost paying twice as much for it. Like New York is even higher than that is. You know, like it's just like I don't know. Like if you can avoid paying those costs to live somewhere nice, like Chicago is probably a better option, um, in my opinion.
So Rascal Flats, his channel is Feed Me, Don't Tease Me. I'll get to your other question later, Rascal Flats, because it's one of mine too. I'm gonna finish with mine though. Okay. Mm, okay, I need a short answer here.
Mhm.
It's because I wrote it down, but the answer can be short. If you could live anywhere else, where would it be?
um, I'd want to live somewhere warm and like island vibe or tropical. So um, I've been to Colombia, so I kind of want to say Colombia.
Hmm.
Um, and it's like, I mean, it's a Latino country, but there's a lot of Black people there. Like it's a very weird and beautiful thing to experience. Because like you'll meet some people and they just speak entirely in Spanish. You're like, oh shit, you know, like you don't expect it.
It
Like,
would be interesting.
so so yeah, like I'd probably say Colombia just because I've been there, but like if not somewhere else similar, that has, you know, beachfront and ocean nearby and just good vibes. Like people who live in warmer climates are sometimes nicer than people in like Chicago and like New York.
No, I okay. All right. Well, I've yet to find that out, but I can see where that might be possible. All right. Um, so now we're going to get into when did you first discover ASMR and or mukbangs?
um, so from Instagram, I was already doing like food photography, or food influencing back in like, well, I started the Instagram page first in 2017.
Mhm.
And I had kind of put it on my personal page like a year or two before that. So I started like food influencing or photography or documenting, blogging back in like 2015. And then someone was like, you should probably make a separate page for that. And so
Mhm.
2017, I finally did. And then I think later 2017, people started sending me like videos of people eating and like mukbangs, having talk shows. And so like it was like Bluff's Life, Zach Choi, and like a few others who they had like sent me back then. They were like, "You should do this," and I was like, "I don't know about all that. I don't know." You know, like I like just going out to eat and stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like, maybe I'll do a show like going out to eat, which I kind of do every now and then on my streams, but not a whole lot.
So
So that's what kind of got me.
how long after you discovered, that whole community, did you decide to create your channel?
So it was like probably 2 years. So like it was 2018. People started talking about it, telling me I should do it. I had already seen a video or two, you know, but I didn't really think. I was like, I don't know.
Mhm.
And then so on Instagram, I would occasionally make a video of me eating something or dining out and eating. And then 2020, I finally was like, you know what? Let's just try something new. So
Mhm.
2020 was when I made the channel for it, specifically for it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So T Love has subscribed to your channel just now. Hello,
Thank you. I
Vashti.
appreciate you.
Vashti, how are you? Okay. And you've had your channel now for, so is it gonna be a year or 2 years?
It's a year and like coming up on 2 months, 1 year, 2 months.
Okay, okay. Um, Now, what are some of your favorite channels or YouTubers? They don't necessarily have to be ASMR artists or mukbangers. Is there any channels that are go-tos for you?
Um, from the mukbang space, it's Zach Choi.
Okay.
From general ASMR, I like Gibby ASMR, and then ASMR Zeitgeist. Like those are the three I like from like the ASMR space that I probably watch most frequently. Like GB, she used to stream. She probably still does stream like Monday evenings or whatever. Like I used to watch all of her Monday streams because she would always have like a character or something in them, you know. And so hers I would watch a lot um, from the ASMR food space. And then in terms of general, I don't know, like Stephen Graham. He's a dude that's like into like real estate and investing and all that stuff. So I watch him a lot too, or I used to watch him a lot. So those are probably the four channels who I have watched most frequently. And
Okay.
then there's another one that's just like a purely learning channel. It's called the Swedish Investor. So he just does like book summaries of everything that's like self help, business, how to invest in XYZ, you know. So I watch a lot of his stuff. And that's
Okay.
probably like my top like four or five or so. How about
I
you?
I go, I go through phases where uh it depends on really. I guess I have to be looking for a particular. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Experience. Lately, I have been revisiting Juicy Tingle's channel like a big dog. Um, I cannot wait. I cannot wait until she comes on this show, but because I have so many questions for her. Um,
Yeah.
the other, there are a lot of other channels I support and watch, but I do try to keep an eye on channels that are like I watch this channel. This guy eats total cutie pie. But I like, his channel. It's a nice channel. And he's got, great personality, funny and everything, witty, almost kind of dry wit sometimes. And big treat with Katrina and Dominique. I love those guys. I'm
Okay.
hoping that they continue to make videos. But other than mukbang channels, and there's some bigger ones that I watch too, like when they come out with videos and stuff as well. But
Yeah.
I watch stuff like Hey Lunel, the comedian Lunel. She's got a YouTube
Okay.
channel. In fact, she went live earlier today. So usually, like tonight when I go to bed, I'll totally
Mhm.
watch that. And a
Nice.
few. Okay, let me see what's this saying in the comments. What? Oh, Seaweed's World. Hey, you guys, what's going on? Seaweed's World is in the house. Um,
Mhm.
I love Juicy. She's so relaxing. Yes, she is. Hey, Xavier. I love Juicy Tingles and Bitter Girl. Okay. So do I. Now, okay. So now we're going to get into this. As I said earlier, you do, a lot of close ups and you do shorts. And I know in your close ups, I'm trying to figure out how to ask this question. I'm just going to ask it. So there's a lot of close ups like on your lips and your teeth when you're eating, meals or snacks or whatever. So
Mhm.
I'm wondering, do you call your channel? Well, that's not what I really want to ask. What I really wanted to ask is, do have people approached you or like hit you up in comments based off of like kind of thinking feeling sexual type of things when you do those videos? Have you had that? I figured you did.
Oh
You're
yeah.
nodding.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. For
figured you
sure.
did.
Yeah. 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 For sure.
I'm gonna
I've
tell
had a
you,
few.
when I first saw it, you know what it was? It was like the first thing you notice first that is close up. Then the sound, like your attention to sound is
Yeah.
major. Plus, that laugh, your laugh is kind of creepy, kind of pervy. I don't know if you, I'm not trying to call you a perv, but yeah, it's kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But you can't help how you laugh. But is that
right,
intentional?
right.
You're just doing it because you know people. It's gonna.
The laugh is just how I am. I've kind of always had the laugh, and it's been exacerbated with the content that it comes with. So yeah, it definitely adds to it. Where I've had people was like who would comment like, it's the giggle for me or the laugh for me, which like they're saying that like, okay, this is a like video was cool, but like the highlights were some of the laughs within it, and
Mhm.
like I tend to chuckle a lot, sometimes inappropriately, like in real life, and so and so like there are times too when people are like, you laugh a little bit too much in your videos. I'm like, I can't help it. Like I laugh literally all the time. Like I just find joy in life and in food. Like that's why I do a channel like this. Like I have immense pleasure eating food. Like not every meal, of course, right? But there are some where it's just like, damn, that's so good, like, and I can't like help but laugh about it. And so like, yeah, like during the recordings, I'll giggle and stuff like as I'm going. It's like a natural thing for me.
This is yeah. Food can be like porn sometimes. But I always wanted to ask you that, so I'm glad you answered the question. Is your name is the channel called Feed Me Don't Tease Me because of the shorts that you do?
Mm-mm. I had it from so the name I made before I made the channel. So from Instagram, my Instagram started off with as T underscore loves food, like that whole first year. So all of 2017, it was T underscore loves food. And then as my page on Instagram grew more and more, people would call me a tease or say you're teasing me with these good meals. And so
Mm.
I was just like, why not like incorporate that into the name in some kind of way? And so I said, feed me, don't tease me, because it became a very reoccurring theme. And then I made it a hashtag before I actually adopted adopted the actual name. And so it just kind of like it carried over well into like YouTube. Although the name is long as heck, like it's a long name. Like people struggle like reading it, seeing it, saying it, typing it, whatever.
Not the
But
longest.
yeah, yeah. So like I thought about like reducing it or whatever or changing it, but like I don't know. Like it could potentially, if I shorten it to just say tease me or something like that, like my
Uh-uh.
channel could maybe grow more, but like I don't know.
You're gonna lose the whole thing. All this is gonna you're gonna lose the whole. I'm not. I shouldn't say that. You probably will, but people won't be going there for the food. They'll be going there to be teased. So watch out for what you're doing there. Okay, let me get into some of these comments. What's up, Luke B. Grubbin? Luke B. Grubbin is in the house, y'all. See what's world. Hey, Pam, what's going on? Rascal T. Flats is going on and on about how handsome you are. He can't deal with it. Um, okay, so enough, Rascal Flats. Okay, now, okay, these are fun questions. Well, some of them. Okay.
All right.
And they're all over the place. What do you like to do for fun and relaxation? We heard a little bit about, you being, a runner and exercising, but are there any other things that you like to do in your spare time? If we weren't living in COVID times.
Actually, I like to. It's still kind of exercise. I indoor rock climb. Like I love doing it. It's very calming. It can be intense depending on the type of route you climb, but there are easier routes or whatever. But it's I like the fact that it blends like fitness and exercise with a little bit of like mental, because you have to figure out how to move your body or to make a certain like next step in your route work, right? And so I like indoor rock climbing. Like I find that to be very relaxing, and I'm at peace At
Mhm.
least when the gym isn't crowded, right? Because there's sometimes there's just like there's too many daggone people here. But when the gym is like moderate or like empty, I love it. Like it's very relaxing and just stress relieving because you get that like from exercise you do get endorphins, which also makes your body like calm down, relax, and feel good, right?
You
So
have rock climbing buddies
um
at the gym?
not so much these days. Like back when I so before COVID, there was like climbing league,
Mhm.
and like I would meet up with people weekly to compete or whatever in climbing league or whatever. So and then we would sometimes climb on other days, but since then I haven't really kept in close touch with all of those people. Like every now and then I might see somebody once every 4 or 5 months, but like we're not like linking up to hang out at this point. So I mostly climb in solitude, I would say. But like climbing is like pretty social though. So like people there will clamber out next to you and give you advice if you mess up or you can't get something figured out or you just chat casually. So it is like very social. So like there are people like I may not know them like by name, but like we'll speak to each other because we've chatted at some point.
Okay.
So it's cool. Yeah.
That's a foreign world for me, but I know someone else that likes doing that, and I was like, I wonder what's the fascination with that. But thanks for filling me in. Um, do you follow politics?
um Loosely, right? Like, so I tend not to get caught up in the noises and distractions of the world. Like, I know enough to just know that like some stuff hit the fan and, like to not get them, like I watch it, but I don't follow it every day because a lot of it is just very dramatic and drama, and I don't care for it. So, I follow it just enough to know like, when I should vote, what the issues are, um, and things of that nature. So,
What about just like kind of pop culture type of news? Is
um,
thought the same thing or
same, don't follow it. There are things like, yeah, like I'm probably in terms of like, yeah, no, I don't follow it all. Like I don't watch news. I read news sometimes, right? But it's usually like business related or investment based news. So I don't follow like somebody down the street was shot, and I'm like, like like I might know about it, but I'm not like investigating the story or whatever like that. So if that makes sense, and not to say that someone shot in Chicago all the time, but we already had that bad stereotype, so that's probably a bad thing to say. But like,
I got you. Do you guys
yeah.
have any questions for T? Put them in if you have any questions for him that are not going to embarrass him. I have the feeling he's not easily embarrassed anyway. But put him in the chat here now. I want to make this an experience for you guys as well. You know. So Eat with Red says laughing is healthy. Yes, it is.
For sure.
There's someone in the chat with Japanese or Chinese writing. I don't know what that is, but hopefully you're saying some positive things about the both of us. Um,
Right. All
okay,
right.
T Love. You see this question by T Love?
Where is it? Am I
Um,
single? Yeah, for the most part. Like I was dating somebody, and then we recently stopped talking. Her and I had our differences of opinions on some things. But we had been talking. I mean, we had been together for a while, so like kind of on and offish, right? But just like it was us type of thing. And we finally were just like, yeah, this is probably best that we don't continue forward, right? So that recently ended maybe
sometimes
two
you gotta
two
do
weeks
that.
ago or so.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you gotta know when to hold them,
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
know when to
For
walk
sure.
the fuck away. Okay. Rascal Flats wants to know what his favorite movie is.
Man, I'd probably go to something animated. Like, have you guys seen like like I don't know, like I like movies that make you emotional, right? Not necessarily that I cry, right? But like stuff that makes you like feel like the ups and downs of like life or whatever. And there's a cartoon, Inside Out. Like I love that movie.
I've heard about that
Uh,
cartoon.
yeah, it's pretty sweet. Like it dives into like it takes place within someone's head or whatever, and there's like little characters that are each emotion. Like there's happiness, there's joy, there's anger,
That's
there's
good.
grief.
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of like plays through all of those, and so it was a really good movie. Like it, and it was like a kids movie, right? But you know how like Pixar is, like it's kids, but they'll throw in some adult themes in there. It's just like, hmm, you know.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that one I like a lot.
Excuse me. Okay. Favorite music genre or artists?
Uh, Generally speaking, I like the chill stuff, neo soul, R&B stuff. I can just relax to, or do other things too. So that's the kind of music I tend
Uh-oh,
to
watch
play.
out, watch out.
Yeah, that's the kind of music I play. I tend to play most frequently, and then when it's exercise, like it is more hip hop, upbeat. Sometimes like the EDM type stuff, just to kind of keep that like high tempo going for like running and stuff. But then outside of that, in terms of like rap artists, like I listen to a probably a lot of Drake, which I haven't played anything of his in a while, but Drake, Joyner Lucas used to be Kanye before like Kim, uh, Kanye post Kim. I was like, I don't mess with Kanye that much no more.
Mm-mm.
But
You know what? It's a shame. Okay, so I was never a big Kanye fan. However, um, there was a period before, I would say probably before his mom passed, there was a period where, his productions,
mhm.
flawless. Even his
Yeah,
first album, maybe two,
yeah,
were
yeah,
pretty decent stuff. I hate that, I'm not a big person that's always like, oh, Chicago person, blah, blah, blah. I'm usually not that guy,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he was on top of the world. And I'm glad, I hope that he's getting the help that he needs.
Right, right.
When the dude opened his mouth to speak, it's kind of like Azalea Banks, insanely talented. But Azalea Banks is always getting in trouble as soon as she steps out of the studio and starts speaking online.
Yeah, yeah,
And I hate that. LL Cool
yeah.
Zim, I've been thinking about you. I'm glad you popped up in here. I was going to message you last night, but I fell asleep. Okay. Let me get another question in. So, are there any new shows or a new show that you would recommend to us that you really enjoy?
Um, they're probably all cartoon related again. So if you if you haven't noticed, I'm into animation. I'm into animation.
Okay.
Um, so I've been watching a lot of Attack on Titan. That it's a crazy anime. It's in older times, but there's like giants like involved in it, and just a lot of different plot twists. So if you ever considered like watching anime or were ever curious about like why people like anime, that's probably one to watch because it's like you'll watch 3 episodes and be like, holy shit, like this is crazy.
What's
Um,
the name of it?
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can find it on Hulu right now. You can probably find 3 episodes online. That's one thing I watch a lot. And then Cobra Kai on Netflix. I watched. I'm not done. I'm not done with that yet. Um, I probably have another season or two to catch up on there.
Okay.
That was a show that me and the lady used to watch, but once her and I stopped talking, I actually stopped watching it. But like you reminded me of that show that I was watching like all the time with her.
You didn't have to be.
So
You
yeah.
didn't have to be petty. You could have still kept watching the show.
No, you know how it is, right? Like you kind of have a thing with somebody, and it's like yeah. So
I'm giving you.
yeah, so
I'm
I'll
giving you. Yeah.
yeah. So I'll probably get back to watching that because now that just reminded me. I was like, what have I been watching? And so that was one of the shows that like I watch regularly.
Well, I will
But yeah, those
resume
two.
watching The Queen's Gambit. I've only seen 2 episodes. I did not think I would like that show at all, but I
Yeah.
do like it a lot. And I just want to. I think I might want to catch the Biggie documentary. I guess it just dropped. So, um, okay. So last 2 questions. Unless anybody in the chat, if you got a question for Feed Me, Don't Tease Me, now is your chance. Because when you're watching his videos, you're not gonna be able to ask no question. So you can do it here. Um, what's people's biggest misconception of you? Okay. Why can't I hear you? I can't hear you. What did you do? Okay. I'm gonna hold on. Signal me if you're trying to ask me if I can hear you, then I'll tell you yes or no. All of a sudden, the sound just dropped. Okay. Oh, almost.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Now. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because I could still hear you, but you couldn't hear me, so it was kind of weird. I was like, wait, you can't hear me?
So, did you hear my question? You did.
um, yeah. It was a big one. Like, what's people's biggest misconception of me? That I'm well, okay, so probably that I'm not caring, right? Like, I tend to care about a lot of people, or I care strongly about people, but I tend to be, I tend to give constructive criticism, right? And so that can always be seen as like problematic, or that I'm like an asshole or whatever the case, right? Because people don't like people want help, but they don't want help, right? And so
They don't
like
want honesty. They say they do, but they
yeah,
don't.
exactly, and so that's kind of how I am. It's like you ask me a question and I'll answer honestly, and some people don't like it, or they'll ask me what went wrong, and I give feedback, and they're like, well, that could have been it. I was like, why did we start this conversation? Like, I don't get it, Um, so yeah, like sometimes of like that's probably like the biggest one I would say that I could think of like offhand. But that was kind of like a deep one. I was like, oh snap! All right,
I
I
told
see
you they
you
were.
with the questions.
Yeah. I told you they were going to be all over the place. That's
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
That's one question
yeah,
I think I want to keep for
yeah, for
guests.
sure.
I feel like we all um, have instances where people, get different impressions of us and
Right, right.
misconstrue things ways that we are. But that whole, be I don't want to talk about my brother on my channel, um, but there are people in life that want yes men.
Yeah,
They claim that they want the truth and they want your honest opinion and honest critique about something that they've done or some work that they've done. And when you give
and
it
they
to
don't.
them, you're
They're
giving it
mad.
to them, particularly if it's family, you're giving it to them out of
Yeah,
a place of caring, you know. Okay, you totally stopped. Okay.
yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear
Because
you.
you're still. Oh, okay, cool. You were at a freeze frame for a minute. It Well, I should say be careful what you ask. But if you're going to ask somebody, you have to be prepared for the answer.
Yeah,
Because I'm one of those people too. Like I will give you an honest answer because I don't want you out there looking stupid. You know.
exactly, exactly. So you're my kind of people. Like if I ask you a question, you're going to keep it real with me. Like I want people to keep it real. Like I don't like people who just give me fluff and give me nonsense. Say just to say yes so I can like be done with it. Like no, tell me if I wronged you, let me know and let's work it out. Let's solve it.
And another thing too, don't be combative with me when I'm giving you my honest opinion because you asked. You know,
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
be hostile or combative. I'm trying to. I'm trying to help and really let you know, okay, I took the time to really assess what you presented to me, whether it was something you told me, whether it was a product you were working on. I took the time and I want to show you that I took the time and give you some honest critique or honest opinion.
Right.
Don't like try to defend everything. Just take it in. Take it in.
Right.
Because I know somebody who's my brother. He was making movies and stuff like that, and I didn't want to shit on his dream. I didn't want to shit on his passion. I don't
Right.
believe in doing that to people, but at the same time, he was seriously talking about going to a bank and seeing if he can get money to try to get this project off the ground. And I said to my brother, I really don't think you want to do that. Hollywood will laugh you out of there. So
Yeah.
that's just a side. Let me get okay. What's up, Lola? Thank you for popping through. I appreciate you.
In that
Um,
in that regard, though, that's a hard one to take on, right? Because that could have been his dream that you just crushed right there. So you know, so that one is because that one's a big one.
you know what? It is a big one. It is a big
Yeah,
one.
that's a big one. That's a big one.
But my brother might be um, a another like personality. He is the kind of person where he's passionate about what he does, and he
Right.
does stay committed to what he does. He was
Right.
committed to doing things that no other member in the family did. But he's one of those people he's my oldest brother, so he's at a certain age where it's hard. You can't tell him what to do. You can't tell him nothing. And
Yeah.
don't be younger. Don't be younger, like on the job, and the younger
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
is the boss. That's problematic too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
inside. Okay. I have one last question, but I'm hoping that the 10 people in here can hit you up with another question in the next 5 minutes. But I guess I wanted to ask you something that people ask me. How do you see your channel evolving? Are there any plans or things in the works, adding different ideas?
um, that's a good question because like my initial goal was just to get that to hit that first metrics of being like monetized within that first year, and I did that. And so, and then the second goal was to get towards like 5,000 like subscribers, or whatever, within like 2 years. Which this part of the year seems a little bit slower than last year. I would admit. Like there's months where it's like I just grew 200, and then there's months where I grew five. Like, and it's hard
Yeah.
to replicate that consistent 200 or whatever. So yeah, like I've become a lot more laxed in my content, right? Because I did have a phase where I was putting out like a lot of ASMR videos, and those are much more time consuming, right? Like even some of the short ones, you still have to like cut out so much to make it like a short clip, right?
Right.
So I started doing fewer, because like starting off, I was at a point where it was like, all right, I'm gonna make like 3 ASMRs a week, and then stream twice a week, and then I was like, this is just entirely too much for, it's a lot of time for very little like result or gain or follower growth, or even like at this point like ad income, right? So I was just like, I'm gonna just keep it more casual and kind of hobby it, kind of how I did with Instagram. Like Instagram, I've had for uh 4 years now, and I'm at like 15,000 like followers there, and so
I saw
you
that
know,
shit. I was like, what the fuck? But you've been on there for several years. I've only been on
yeah,
Instagram for probably barely a year or two.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
So like I've had phases there of like posting every day and posting just like big trips and stuff, and so like it kind of like I think it'll always ebb and flow, and so now I'm just like on YouTube where it's like, all right, I'm not going to put so much time into it because some of the result was just kind of like so slow anyway. So I'll just try to make better content and just kind of be more consistent. So like I do like the kind of more casual streams like I had yesterday of just being in my car, like on the drive to like Wendy's after I ran some errands. I'm like, oh, I'm hungry. Let me go stream this real quick. And so I kind of like that where it's just, it may be a smaller stream of like 6 to 10 people, but like it's very close knit and it just feels,
Yeah,
feels good.
I want to
Yeah.
go back. I want to go back to that, but I want to see which world had a question for us, and then after we answer that question, I want to go back to this what you were talking about. So,
Okay.
have y'all watched Ma Rainey's Black Bottom? No, I've not seen that, but I've heard good stuff about it. Have you seen it, T?
Mm-mm. Haven't heard of it.
Okay. Let me see what other new comments. Cheryl Snow, hello, Cheryl Snow. KC Clark, what's up? What's up? Thank you for helping me. Roscoe Flats, thank you. Okay.
Be sure to hit that like button.
Yes, y'all, please hit the like button, and y'all know that I appreciate anytime y'all can join me, and this is gonna be one of those rare times because I really this is kind of going to go into what I wanted to talk about. It seemed like because I've had my channel for 6 years, and it
Yeah.
seems like other than the beginning was really fun, scary,
Right.
but fun trying to figure out, okay, how can I fit in here? What can I do?
Yeah.
Hey Luffy,
Yeah.
and it was fun. And then I don't know when I got monetized, but I didn't act on it right away.
Right.
Somehow, some way, I decided to act on it, and that was okay too. I was trying to, figure out, but no one helped me with anything as far as like what I could expect, and I wasn't comfortable asking a lot of questions. I just wanted
Right.
to, be a good, supporter of people whose channels I had subscribed to, and at some point during monetization, I got paid a little bit, but my subscriber numbers kept growing, but the threshold was like stuck on stupid. And I'm like, well, how can I get past the $100 threshold? So I just thought to myself over time, why am I doing so much trying to meet meet $100 threshold? And I'm spending
Yeah.
3 times that much on food to
Yeah.
make it happen. So um, I feel like not uploading on this channel that often, I feel like it's my way of trying of scaling back and wanting it to feel good again and less like work.
Right. Right. That's
It's
yep.
it's starting to
I can.
feel like a person that has been at the job for a while and they've
Yeah.
kind of become disenchanted with it. I don't
Right.
want to
Yeah.
be disenchanted with it because I've got a lot of I've made a lot of connections with people, and I'd like to
Right.
keep some of those connections. But when it stops getting fun, I said, okay, you need to focus on your other channel, the Rainbow Room. See, upload content there, different kinds of content maybe, and then see what happens. See how you feel. So that's why I made the
Right.
decision that I made. Plus the health, you know, I
Yeah.
I had to stop because I can't get a Michael B. Jordan body doing what I do. No way.
You can still eat like so. You can still eat meals like this, where it's lean chicken, your vegetables, and so that can kind of be your staple, right? Like you could transform it into being like a journey because when people make a switch, they find a lot of interest in journeys, my fitness journey, my health food journey, my weight loss journey, like whatever the like journey is. Like you don't have to change the name, right? But that could just be your overarching theme or like in addition to what this is, right? So you can scale back like your hours and time, like you said, like to make it not feel like work, just scale it back to what feels comfortable and what's right. And then kind of make a journey about it that kind of it pulls people in. Like people get pulled into that kind of stuff of
Not a
like,
vlog. I
here's
don't want to do a vlog. And you're not talking about that. I don't want to
no,
do a
no, like it doesn't have to be a vlog, right? But like like your conversations like this, where it's like, here's your healthy meal, and you just talk about it,
yeah.
what it is, why, and how you feel, right? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be a vlog, but you're
Yeah.
still eating, you're still doing your thing, and you're still having a good time. But you're just kind of,
I want to see
it
if I
just
can get people to join me on my second channel because I feel like
yeah,
I've not given it enough love. and
Mhm.
I would like to see it grow because there's content that I'd like to do on there, and I've just recently
Yeah.
kind of it's in my head. Like I would like to somehow, I don't know how it would happen. I'd like to do some kind of sketch comedy with friends. I have ideas in my head, and I think it would be perfect for the Rainbow Room that it would be for the Choose channel. So I'll weigh it
Yeah.
and figure some things out. But right now, my feeling is I just don't feel like being a slave to the pressure of trying to meet $100 threshold with the Choose channel every month.
Right.
I don't feel like I want to do that.
Right. Right.
This I'm committed to doing. This show I'm
Yeah.
committed to doing. Occasionally going live with the snack chats, down for that because I get to communicate with my people. But other than that,
Right.
those other mukbangs, I'm gonna maybe send them over to the Rainbow Room and see how they fare over there.
Okay. All right.
Okay, wait a minute. That cat is beautiful. That cat. They're talking about Luffy. Please
Yeah.
put Luffy up to the look there. There he. How old is Luffy?
Luffy is he'll be four. He'll be four soon. How old are you,
Oh,
Luffy? Yeah, he's like four. He'll be
he's
four
so
this summer.
active. He seems really active.
Yeah, he's like he's an active hugger. Like he just likes to lay on people. But then he will play a lot too, though. So yeah, he's a good cat. He's pretty obedient. Like I can like he knows commands like come here, go away, and go to room or bed, and he'll do it.
So cute. Okay, you guys, y'all don't have because I'm done with questions. You got any questions for me? Anything?
Uh, my question for you is, what got you into doing the food content? Like I was going to ask you earlier, but we started talking so much. What got you into the food content, and what made you start the channel?
Uh, that's a good question. First of all, you know, when you're a big person, I've always heard people say you should never eat in public. You should never be seen eating in public. When you're a fat
Yeah,
person, it's just not cute. And so I never thought I would be sitting in front of a camera eating in front of people, anybody. So that shit was crazy to me. Um, I found out what ASMR was when um, I used to listen to talk shows like
hmm
studio sounds, microphones, people eating on the air, maybe. I used to love that. And I said,
yeah,
YouTube has every kind of video you can imagine. I'm going to look some of this stuff up. And I
hmm
kept seeing four letters. And I said, what the hell is this? And the more I read up, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like,
yeah,
I'm not crazy. Like, I'm not some, weird person. Like, this is an actual thing that people can achieve, that they do
yeah,
achieve it. And I wanted to tell the world. No, everyone I told people, they were like, what?
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. That's the same thing. Yeah,
it's like I felt like it was almost like coming out for me. When I decided to come out as gay, I was on top of the fucking world. I wanted to shout it out because I had reached
that's
a point
awesome.
felt like I was free. That's the
Yeah,
same thing I felt with this. Well, then I think I saw a gum chewing video. I listened to a gum chewing video. It had you couldn't see the person chewing the gum. It was just 15 minutes of chewing. And I was like this. And I was like, man, I want to see more of this. Saw
nice.
Ignited ASMR.
Yeah,
And I think that was when I was like, oh, okay, he's gay and he's doing it. And then I saw other people and started commenting on his videos. He would never comment back. I'm sure because I was new. I'm sure because I was new, But I don't know. At some point, I felt like, okay, I can do this. I can probably try
yeah,
to. It doesn't seem like it's too much because
right.
I come from when I started was 2015, so it was very homemade. Like people have a lot of flash and a lot of good editing. I
Mhm.
don't do that because I don't know how. But it's okay because I feel like whatever I've provided on this channel, people have liked for the most
Yeah,
part, and they've shown me love regardless. So I hope
Yeah.
that answered the question. I hope I wasn't too long with it.
No, yeah, that was perfectly fine. Yeah. Yeah, no, like that's like you do have good vibes, and so that's what kept me watching some of your videos because you come and talk about things that happen and talk about life and stuff. So yeah, that's what kept me in, and so I like that.
That's what I mean. That's what I would. As another person I always mention, ASMR Bray Branache from Canada. Um, her and Ignited were two channels that were mainstays. When I would come home from work, I could always count on both of them having a video. And I
Yeah,
guess the way people have talked about my channel, and maybe you have, feel the same way, have had people say that relax them and all of that. That's what they did for me. And I loved hearing
nice.
about their days. I just wouldn't, I would talk about work, but never where I work. Like some things are just off limits.
Yeah,
Do it.
I get that. Yeah.
And you know what? It's 8 minutes past the hour, and you thought it was gonna. You were like, it's not gonna be anything to talk about. That's kind of long.
Yeah,
Look at
I
all
can't
this.
help but think that way, you know? Yeah, well,
All this.
yeah. Yeah, we made time fly. Yeah, we made time fly, man. So that's awesome. Because yeah, I was definitely a big skeptic. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, it seems a little long, like maybe
You
30
know what
minutes. And
though?
you were right. You're right.
You're the perfect guest because you're not shy. This is our first time ever meeting each other, even though we both live in the
Yeah.
same place. But you're not shy and you're not afraid to talk. So you're the perfect guest, and I thank you for being on here.
Thank you for having me, man. Like I truly appreciate it. I appreciate the time and the effort and thought that you put into this. And yeah, man, keep
Thank you.
rocking. I'm gonna definitely have to check out your Rainbow channel. I didn't know you had it. I think I may have missed that video announcement. So
Okay.
um, yeah, I'll look forward and I'll definitely follow you on that one for sure.
They would like for you to come on again on Chow with Choose.
I'm
Rascal
down
Flat.
for it. I'm
Okay.
down for it. If you're down for a spicy food stream, maybe some we have our own spicy meal or do a similar spicy meal or whatever. That'll be dope. If you're down for
Why?
what?
Okay.
Do you like spicy?
Let me ask you this. I was gonna say, why do you want me to do spicy?
I don't know. Just something different. Something different.
That depends on the spice, because I really am not a big like high tolerance spice person. But
Okay, okay,
it
okay.
depends. Like that sriracha, I probably could have messed with, and that would have been it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, if we
Okay,
do
well,
like a clean salmon, meal with that, I could do something like that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, clean meals, little bit of spice on the side, liven it up a little bit.
Yeah, yeah, I'm down for that. If you're gonna have it on your channel and you want me to do it, there, how you gonna do it?
Um, we can probably plan it out in the DMs, but like, yeah, like this year I started doing more spicy streams, so that's why I kind of like mentioned it. Like I was trying to do like one or two a month of something kind of like challenging spice with like friends. So I did two or three spicy streams, no, two spicy streams this year with friends or whatever. And I think a nice mix or twist would be doing one still spicy food, but like maybe it's just like this, where like I'm on my end and you're over there, but we're still interacting and trying the things and just having like, you know, a good chill talk session, right?
Yeah, I just don't want to burn my bowels out. That's all. If I can keep my bowels intact, I'll be good. But anyway, yes, I will do that. Thank you so much, T. You guys have been great. Do y'all have? If he's cracking up, y'all ain't got no other questions for him because he's gonna get out of here. I'm telling you, subscribe to him if you haven't. Okay, Chocolate says eat Nashville hot chicken or a spicy curry. I don't want to fuck with no curry, but I wouldn't mind. I'll try the Nashville hot chicken. I'll try that.
Nashville hot is good. Nashville hot is good.
Where do you know where
Have
you?
you?
You know what, dude? You know what? Oh my God! Every time I'm gonna let you go, I keep thinking about something. Oh my God! Your the breakfast. Who do you have that little thing with? What restaurant is that? Was it Batter and
Which
Berries or
one?
was it another? Oh, the waffle place.
The there's a few. Was it chicken and waffles or what?
Oh Lord, it was. I think it was chicken and waffles. You had posted some pictures. I was just like, I wanted that food so bad. So, what was the setup? Are they like sponsoring you or no?
Um, Depends on the restaurant. So, Chicago Waffles, they did sponsor a meal. So my chicken and waffles post from them, I had chicken and waffles, I had red velvet pancakes, and then I had country fried chicken and like potatoes. That was all a sponsored meal.
Oh my god.
Um, and so from every now and then I get free meals or like paid meals or whatever to come out and take photos. And then I've also done food photography of like a restaurant and say, hey, can you come out and do photos for us? And I will, and they'll like pay me something for it or whatever because I've been doing food photography for a few years now. So, but like I don't always like doing it because it's like I like it more of as a hobby, right? Like in that regard, like I mostly like to just take the picture and just enjoy the meal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have been on the chicken and waffle tip the last like few weeks or last month. So that's why you've been seeing like a bunch of those posts. So I've been to Batter and Berries for chicken and waffles. That was this weekend. Um, Wildberry Cafe I was at last week, and I think I posted that one as well. Oh, I
That
streamed
was the
there. I
one.
streamed there.
That was the
Yeah,
one.
and then Chicago Waffles I was at probably like 3 weeks ago, and so there's a few more. I was at Luella Southern is probably like the best one. They do a Nashville hot chicken with a Belgian liege waffle, and that shit just bangs. Like it's phenomenal, and I think it's near you too. It's not well. It's kind of more uptown, I guess.
I'm in
But you're kind of
uptown.
uptown, right? Huh?
I'm in uptown.
Oh yeah. See, yeah. It is near you.
This is
It's
Chicago.
no. So that one is Luella Southern. Luella Southern.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that because I figure out where
Yeah,
they are.
yeah. Black
Okay.
owned, good like Creole Southern style food or whatever, and their chicken and waffles it's sex in your mouth. Like it's phenomenal. Like it's good. Like it's that good. And they have it like spicy. They have it Nashville hot and non-spicy, so you could get both if you want to. I'd recommend a Nashville hot. Like it's not too spicy, but it is hot. Like it there is heat, but it's not overwhelming heat or next day bad heat. You know.
I wouldn't
So
mind doing a Nashville hot. Can I do a clean Nashville hot if I can't like have fried chicken?
no, like they do it fried. They do it fried. So
Okay, that'll be a cheat
that
meal.
was
That'll be a
that'll
splurge.
be a cheat meal. That'll be a cheat meal. It's oh my god, it's well worth it. It's well worth it. I did a
Okay.
video ASMR with them or for with their food last year, and I just had them again recently. But like I had ate the food in the car or whatever, so I didn't really post that because like lighting was bad, cloudy day, and I was just like I don't know how I should like post this one. So it didn't quite do it justice, but like I do plan to get their food again because it's well worth it and it's so damn good. Like it's so good.
So what did you? I mean, do you just? I know you said you do the food photography and everything. Is that how you got these people to sponsor, or did you tell them you had a channel and you were gonna do a video? I mean, how does that happen?
So food influencing, yeah, like because of Instagram and because of the size of my following, like I'll make a post and like certain posts, some posts just do very well, right? Like I put up like if you go on my Instagram, Be Me Don't Tease Me. I probably should have named myself that on my naming there, but I didn't. I just put T. But my channel name is Feed Me Don't Tease Me. And on Instagram, same name. Um, I built a following just based around food, and it used to be travel. Like I used to travel a lot too, but you know, of course, I'm not traveling anymore this year. Um, and so as your page gains popularity, like some posts gets more visibility, like in like the Instagram algorithm. And so like the post last week, it probably had like 10 or 15 shares and like 800 likes or something like that. And so a lot of people are able to see it. Like that post got like 8,000 overall views, whereas some posts
Ooh.
only get like you know fucking 2,000 only or whatever, you know. And
Mm.
so when you have those posts that like take off, like you get more people seeing your page, and then like restaurants might reach out directly. So there's a brownie place. They actually sell brownies in Jewel Osco. Have you heard of Killer Brownie?
Uh-uh.
They sell brownies in Jewel. Like they reached out to me via DM on Instagram probably about a week or two ago, and they plan to mail me a box of their brownies so that way I can post about them and maybe do a
Oh,
video on them. And so like some restaurants will pay you, and then others are just like, here's some free food. Will you take it and post about it and talk about it? You know? And depending on the thing, like, you know, like some things I don't care for. Like there was one company trying to like mail me their gum or whatever. And it was like, yeah, just like, you know, try our gum and like post about it. I was like, no, I'm not gonna like, do that. Like you can pay me and I'll talk about it, but I have no interest in your gum, you know, like but there's like some things where it's just like I'll take those brownies. I'll take that for free. You know, like I don't even care. Like, yeah, let's make that happen. So, you know. Um
okay.
but yeah,
Well, now I know
but yeah,
why.
so it's
Now I know why Lucy Chicago never got back to me. Feed me, don't tease me. Thank you so much, you guys. He's got to get out of here. It's been over an hour. Thank you all for watching and coming through in the chat. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much, T. Stay up.
Thank you. Thank you. Take
All
care,
right, bud.
everyone.
You too.